Today is Friday, April 13th, 2018, and this is Generally Trivial.
The Generally Trivial podcast, current events, interesting facts. Yeah, it's crazy, but still so fun, like Tinder dates when they all go wrong. And even pop-up Cheeto restaurants, naked burglars, man, they so dumb. The Florida man, gotta watch him though. Incoming robot overloads. Can't forget about...
Welcome back to Generally Trivial, where we're going to take a walk on the lighter side of current events. I am Jeff, one of the hosts here, and today with me is Sean.
Hey.
And Jordan.
Hello.
And it is Friday the 13th.
Indeed it is. It's it's actually been a pretty good day for me.
Yeah, I've been having a pretty solid day.
No. I've had some bad Friday the 13th, but that's because I have the phobia. Do y'all know what the phobia is?
The phobia.
For Friday the 13th?
Like the name of it?
Yeah, like the actual name of it.
No.
So in college I used to be just a little stitious. but I looked it up one day and I was like, yes, and I never forgot it. It's called triskaidekaphobia.
Huh.
And it's not really fear of Friday the 13th. It's just extreme superstition with the number 13. So the fact...
So you're Jim Carrey.
Basically. Yes.
Well, you've been worrying about that. I've been worrying about a mountain in China. Apparently, there's been photos leaked. This mountain, obviously, like all mountains, has actually been around a long time. But now is attracting a lot of social media attention because it's kind of comical. The amount that's actually showing above ground.
Oh, yeah?
You can climb it with one step.
Sweet.
Oh, heck yeah.
But the Chinese government, of course, the no fun police, are keeping people away from it, and they actually, like, there's just crops and stuff that grow up around it. Like, they don't let anybody near it. They don't even want people taking pictures. Apparently, in the past, though, people would try to, like, dig it up and, like, see how deep it actually goes. But, I mean, I think I'm adding that to the bucket list of climbing this mountain.
Uncle Rico could actually throw a football over that mountain.
Yeah, he was never wrong.
He picked the wrong mountain.
He just had the wrong mountain, yeah.
All right, guys, this is going to be a shorter episode. We are getting caught up. We will hit you this Friday, which is actually probably Saturday, as they typically release. And then we will hit you in 1 week, and then that will get us back onto schedule.
We're going to punch you.
So
hard.
We're going to punch you with odd news as hard as we can.
And awesomeness.
So right now, we're going to go ahead into the plot thickens. The first story for The Plot Thickens involves a Swedish funeral agency. They are looking to use artificial intelligence to let customers speak with the deceased. So they're actually... They haven't started doing this yet, but this is a plan of theirs, trying to use algorithms to make sort of a computer program speak as if it were people's deceased relatives. Right. So how would this make it into a movie?
It would be an episode of Black Mirror. Because that's pretty much what it is. Except in that episode, they took people's online social media profile and like all their likes, and it went through all their social media stuff and like came up with an algorithm to basically make the person as an AI. And all they had to do was sign up for the service, and it would call them and talk to them, and they would, like they were talking to their deceased person. So yeah, I think it's just an episode of Black Mirror.
Wow. I think, and somebody within this past year, it might have been Google, was putting out what's essentially a Photoshop for voice.
Yeah.
And if it gets, I think it's like 5 hours of your voice, it can speak as you. And like, they're like
in full
thoughts,
sentences.
Yes. Their thoughts are like, hey, we don't need to bring this actor back in to re-record this piece of sound, or like we can do narration and do an edit without bringing somebody back in.
Right.
Okay, but like, I mean, the implications of this are...
There are more sinister uses.
Yeah. Hey, this is Osama talking, or whoever,
Interesting.
It would be super easy for a government to say this was Trump or a different president, a different world leader talking. So it's terrifying. But that movie would be, just an extension of the movie Eagle Eye, starring Jordan's favorite actor.
John Cena?
Have you seen Eagle Eye?
Does it have Shia LaBeouf in it?
Yeah.
It does. I haven't seen it.
I totally
decent.
took a shot in the dark at that. I felt like I had seen it, but I didn't know if Shia LaBeouf was in it. And I don't know why I said that name even.
The next story is about a man spending 409 days recreating the 15,000-mile cross-country run from Forrest Gump.
I feel like this would be a really good remake of a movie of a man and his dog, where he doesn't run just by himself with Forrest Gump growing out the facial hair, but they show the story in between each city that he goes to, the friends that he makes, and then when he finishes at the end, he dies. And his loving dog friend, What was
Nope.
that?
Did he have cancer or something when he started the running? Or
No,
like
he just ran forever.
he just ran so hard he died?
Yeah. That's actually how the guy, the term marathon came about? Like the guy ran 26.2 miles and then he died at the end.
He
True
was
story.
delivering a message, right?
Yeah.
About somebody attacking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Except this guy isn't delivering a message. He's just running because he wanted to and he liked it
So he ran for 409 days and died?
and died.
I think this needs to be a documentary. I think it'd just be cool about, falling behind on like a mobile rig and, seeing as he meets people along the way and he finds places to rest and people talk to him about why he's running, and I think it'd be cool.
He could be doing it to, like, it's over the top, but with running. So he's losing his kid and all this stuff, and then one day he just starts running because he loves his kid and he wants his kid back. And these people challenge him to races along the way, and he has to beat all of them in the races. And when he does, then his kid loves him finally, and his father-in-law realizes that he's a good father and is like, "All right, you can have the kid." That's over the top too.
Wow. Finally, a woman who was convicted of hiring a hitman to kill her ex-husband has now been accused of hiring someone to kill the hitman.
Brilliant.
How would this best translate into a movie?
I really see this as like an Ace Ventura.
Definitely a comedy, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I can see Jim Carrey being the main actor. He's the hitman who's killing the hitman, and they tell it from his perspective. And that's
I actually see him more as the husband.
really.
Yeah.
You see
Like,
Jim Carrey dies in the first 10
accidentally-
minutes of the movie.
no, she didn't kill him the first time.
She wasn't successful.
So, like, he keeps accidentally getting out of the way of being shot. Or being, like,
A series of unfortunate events.
yeah. Yeah. He just, like, steps out of the way of, like, this moving truck that the guy was trying to hit him with or something. Because he, like, picks up a quarter he saw on the
He's
ground.
like, "Oh, weird. My lucky penny."
I just want, if we're going to do this, just make it all ridiculous comics.
Yeah.
So, like, let him be that. Let the first hitman be Adam Sandler.
Jack Black's the second hitman. He's like cartwheeling in to try to do stuff. Always singing when he's trying to do, right before he kills, try to shoot at somebody.
We get that Swedish funeral agency to recreate some Rodney Dangerfield for this movie. It would be good. Who's the girl though? 'Cause I feel like that should be a straight role.
I got it. Who's the woman who plays with Adam Sandler in 50 First Dates? Drew Barrymore.
You're thinking Drew Barrymore.
Right? Drew Barrymore, but she still has the same issue she had in 50 First Dates,
So
where
she
she can't
forgets.
remember anything. So
And she could keep her actual last name.
Why is that?
Because the more people she has in her life,
Barrymore. I like Katherine Heigl for the role. She seems vindictive enough for it, and she hasn't been anything for a while. Let's throw her a bone.
hey, Catherine, these 3 people are the reason you're not in movies anymore.
Yep. Exactly.
Only she would actually be hiring people to...
What about like Kristen Stewart? She has no emotion. She's like, go kill my husband. Straight faced, you know.
I need you to kill the guy who I hired to kill my husband. I'll pay you money.
That would be terrible.
But you need to wear this sparkly makeup.
You need to do it with your shirt off. Kill the guy, but first take your shirt off.
Now, if you did it as an 80s action movie, then I think you start off with the husband still is like somebody comedic, like a Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
But then
You could use his actual wife.
yeah, for sure. And then you bring in like actual action guys. Like the first hitman is Jean-Claude Van Damme, and the second hitman is Dolph Lundgren.
Nice. And we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of haiku review.
My haiku is going to be honoring China's shortest mountain. Shortest in the world. Mightier than John Cena. A 6-foot mountain.
Little mountaintop. Uncle Rico throws the ball. It clears the mountain.
Mine's actually dealing with a brawl at Chuck E. Cheese, ending up with 2 hurt and 2 arrests. 2 are behind bars. Kids subject to the violence. Hooray for pizza.
Poor man loses hair, then loses his wife to be. Sorry, Oliver.
Yes, that one is actually hitting a little close to home for some of us. But directly dealing with a gentleman, an Indian man, who was forced to marry another woman after his bride-to-be refused him because he was balding. So get married young.
Or use hair products.
Or wear a hat.
And never take it off.
Papa John's can't hang. The first rule of Fight Club is order extra cheese.
All right. Well, we want to send some love out to everybody listening, especially
I love you.
over the past few weeks. We have not been as regular, but we will be back on regular schedule next week. And today, we were Sean,
Do or do not, there is no try.
Jordan,
Thanks for listening, folks.
and I am Jeff, and we are out.
I know how bingo works.